What is up and is going on, guys? Simpzy here and welcome to Season 2 of my FIFA 14 QPR career mode. Season 2, we're in the Premier League, guys. Let's get into it. So, make sure to leave a like on this video to get Season 2 up and running. So, let's get into it. We currently have two goalkeepers, 11 defenders, 14 midfielders and 7 attackers. So, we have a squad of 34, which is quite low, even with the additional pre-contracts coming in. I have put Charlie Austin in on a loan because I don't really rate him as a player. We're going to put Wright Phillips on the transfer, and we're going to not keep Phillips on the loan because I might use him as a squad rotational player more so this season. Just before I get into more players, guys, there is one match in today's episode. It's the first match of the season. It's against Manchester United. But from, I think it's up to around about the 9th minute of this episode, we have transfer negotiations. We have so much transfer negotiations, and we do a really big signing, and I can't wait to show you for you guys. Stefano and Bia, we're going to leave. Diego's going to be our main man, our main cam, feeding Danny Welbeck and Rémy this season. I might actually play Bakary Sagna for maybe the first half. He has gone down in stats, but he's a higher rated right back than Simpson, and Kamdal, who is going to be more of a rotational sort of player. So basically, guys, we're putting up more players on loan. Daniel Agger, what a fantastic signing we made, 7 million, and we can go on and sell him in January if he doesn't really perform. Absolutely fantastic. We've only got 11 million, so we don't have much to actually spend. So, done here, we did get an offer, the 34-year-old, 71 overall. He's going to go to Stoke City. Danny Welbeck is a hot topic in this first transfer window, and I knew Bayern Leverkusen wouldn't have the money to spend more, so I'm going to instantly reject. Arsenal came with a bid at Rémy. Arsene Wenger wanting to improve his French players, but I knew that they wouldn't pay more than probably 50 million, and I don't really want to sell him for anything less than that. Roma came at Danny Welbeck with a 23 million bid, and I'm going to instant reject because they don't have the funds. And then they went for my second striker, Rémy, for 33 million. But I don't really want to let either one of them go unless it's for a big paycheck. Especially Tottenham Hotspur. Like, I'm just going to instantly reject because they don't have enough money to do a big transfer. But anyway, guys, my first player to sign for this season is Marcos Lopez. He plays for Manchester City. He's Portuguese. He's quite young. Marcos. He has 3-star weak foot, 4-star skills, and he should be a good player. 2 million, we didn't really overspend all that too much, but he's worth about $1 million. I'm sure in a couple of years' time we'll be able to make that money back. But we did get an offer here for Danny Welbeck from Real Madrid, and I did counter offer for 45 million because I thought Real Madrid do have the transfer budget to make the signing. If they do sign Danny Welbeck, we're going to be making a huge profit regardless because we got him for around about 13 million in from Manchester United. We did get an offer here from Wright Phillips from Cardiff City, the 34-year-old, 69 overall. He's not even worth, he's worth $500,000, so I'm going to definitely send him on. More transfer negotiations here with Danny Welbeck. But seeing that, what's his name? Julius Caesar has not come back from Toronto just yet. I'm not too sure. I think it's because of the leagues in the MLS are a little bit fucky. But we're going to be trying to sign a new goalkeeper, 23 years old from PSV, sorry, not PSG, PSV, Zut. Kamdal got a loan offer from Yeovil Town. Now, I can't stress this enough. I talk about this nearly in every single career mode. If you want your players to go out on loan, make sure to do a short-term loan. They do it 9 times out of 10. And if they can go out for 2 short-term loans in a season, that's better than nothing. You're still getting your youth out there. So my second player of the Season 2 of the career mode is Zut. We ended up paying 8 million for him, which is probably a little bit over what I would have liked. But I do know he's a solid goalkeeper, and I really can't wait to play with him in this career mode. He's a 77 overall, so he's got a lot of room to improve, and he's 23 years of age, so he's really quite young. He's Dutch. He's 6'2", and we do have Murphy that we're going to maybe rotate, unless I did put him up on loan as well, so he might actually go. We did get another offer here from Napoli. I did say that this is bloody action-packed with Danny Welbeck transfers, so it's going to be very interesting to see if we're going to be able to hold him for this transfer window, or we're going to have to maybe sell him in the January. But we did get an offer here from Samba, 25 years of age, 72 overall. He's in that awkward sort of stage. He's not going to improve, but he might be worth keeping if we do sell him in the January transfer window, so we're going to loan him out and hopefully make a little bit more money on him. Fulham, like every man and his dog wanted Danny Welbeck, especially every English club. So I know that Fulham won't have 40 million, but you gotta hope. So Yun here wanted to discuss some wages, and I'm definitely gonna put him up. He's actually quite a good left back. I don't know if he's gonna grow all that much, but I'm quite liking him. 71 overall. He's still quite young. 20 million. We're gonna redo his contract, and we're gonna make him a crucial first team player, because that's what he's going to be in our squad. So we only got 3 million left in the bank, 42,000 on the wage budget, and I saw that Fredrik Sorensen, who was a centre back we did sign from last year, wanted to reply to him. But Rémy did get an offer from Barcelona for 31 million, and this is the second time that Barcelona is trying to snag one of our quality players. So I did counter offer for a 65 million buyout clause for Rémy. And it's going to be very interesting to see if Barca come back with that. So, guys, this is the big transfer of the episode. Barcelona have come at it again. They did it with the Taarabt. We did sell him for 60 million. And Rémy quite possibly could be going to Monaco. So I did the same buyout clause to Monaco for 65 million. But Barcelona said they're going to negotiate with the contract. I fucking love Rémy. He had a fantastic season, scoring more than 30 goals in the last season. But if he's going to go for 65 million, just have a think of that. If we sell Rémy, we can buy Robert Lewandowski, we can buy Suarez, we can buy Sergio Aguero, we can buy Rooney. Like, if I had like those 5 players off the cuff, sound better. You would trade in a heartbeat for Rémy. So we did sell Rémy. Unfortunately, I really wanted to play with him, but for 65 million, that is absolutely ridiculous. But we obviously only got allocated 55. So we have a crazy transfer budget here now, guys. And I wanted to instantly replace that striker position. Langerack, the Australian who plays for Borussia Dortmund, actually went to Atletico, which is interesting. So there were a lot of players I wanted to see. Jovetic in the comment section down below was a really suggested player for him to sign. He's 95 overall, 24 years of age. He hasn't got that first team quality role at Manchester City in this career mode just yet. I just really wanted to buy a striker. I was putting bids out for Wayne Rooney, obviously Jovetic, who was Luis Suarez. I was just trying to get that main man striker. But I think towards the end of this negotiation, I kind of made my mind up on which player I wanted, and I hadn't really played with all that much, and it's Edison Cavani. He's an 87 overall, 27 years of age, and I have done a PSG career mode, but I only got up to the January transfer window because my save crashed, I think it was. Oh, I deleted this. I don't know, something happened with the save, and I had to end that career mode abruptly. But a lot of rejections from the other clubs there, but this is the team I'm going to be going with in the first match against Manchester United. We've got Gomez and Danny Welbeck up front. I will be replacing Gomez. I don't want him to be my first team quality player, but he's all right on the bench. He's all right. He'll be all right coming off the bench. We've got Diego as the cam, Menez and Hoilett on the wings. We've got Sebastian Rode, who's going to be a fantastic centre defensive mid. I can't really wait to play with him, but that's basically the defense. We've got Aga and Musacchio in the centre back, and we've got Young, the Korean, and Bakary Sanya. I'm going to be going with Diego as the captain. We're going to put Diego on penalties, on the 2 free kicks, and we're going to have the wingers on the corners. But we do have our first match against Manchester United, a home match, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this develops. Edin Dzeko actually signed for Arsenal, which is interesting, but I can't wait to get into this first episode, so it'll be very interesting to see who we actually sign. I did say I kind of wanted to sign Edison Cavani, but do we? We have to see into the next episode. I don't show any more transfer negotiations until the next, so we do have, we're going to focus on this match. But guys, let's get into it against Manchester United. Aga on the ball. Manchester United have a really good team. They actually got to the Champions League final in the last season. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention, Danny Welbeck is facing his former club. Speaking of Danny Welbeck, Gomez and Diego with a nice piece of play, but unfortunately, shot did hit the post, and he did go for an attempt bicycle kick, but it didn't really amount to anything. Diego playing some tiki-taka football, trying to get it to the forwards, and if we can get some sort of points against Manchester United, I don't think we have a strong enough squad to actually take the win. And Diego there just being a little bit too short. But what a fantastic player Diego is. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills. I do realise he's 29 years of age, so we're probably going to have to sell him in January or maybe at the start of the next season. But if we can somehow, yeah, like I said, we're going to play for the points. We're going to try to get a draw or a win in this match. And if we can do that, if we can get off to a good start in this QPR career mode, it could really set up our season. Whether or not we do qualify for Champions League, the main objective for this season is to get European football. Depending on who we sign, before that I was aiming, before I actually sold Rémy, I was talking about in the season 1, I was saying we're going to be aiming for a top 6 finish, maybe even a top 8. But seeing we've sold Rémy and we're going to be bringing a roughly around about $60 million striker, that's ridiculous. Sebastian Rode there picking up a goal, who actually isn't really known for his goal-scoring abilities, but he's a fantastic centre defensive mid. He reminds me of Vidal, surprisingly. And remember, we got half of these players for free. Well, technically we didn't. We used the money to sign them on free contracts. We still have to pay their wages from Adel Taaradt's money. But I'm going to be trying for a top. I want to get European football this year. That's what I want. Regardless if it is Champions League or Europa, I want European football. And if we do sign this $60 million striker, I want to try for a top 4 spot. But I don't know how this career mode's going to go. Seeing we don't have Rémy and Taarabt anymore, which is, it's sad, but we sold the pair for how much? Yeah, 120 million, which is ridiculous. And because of that, we've really brought in a lot more squad depth to well, hopefully we can be the wild card in this season. We don't actually have European football this season, but maybe we could try for next. So maybe the teams like the top 4 teams will, yeah, they might obviously be preoccupied by European football. We don't have that, so maybe we might be the wild card to get into the top 4. But we're currently 1-0 up against Manchester United. But before I say that, they nearly get one back here. Zut covering his position quite well. Diego trying to pick up another, but David De Gea was too strong on that account. So in the 73rd minute, Manchester United trying to mount another attack. Wayne Rooney running down the wing. And he is such a good player. He quite possibly could be joining, but it was Juan Mata to actually score the header. Fantastic header. Juan Mata's not really known for his headering abilities, but he shows the crowd what's on the back of his name, and it makes it 1-1 in the 79th minute. So we did lead this match 1-0 for quite a while. Danny Welbeck, if he didn't go for the header there, he probably would have capitalised if he somehow got it to his feet. But a 1-1 draw against Manchester United at home isn't actually too bad in our first season in the Barclays Premier League, seeing we got knocked out in the, I can't remember if it was FA or Capital One last season against them when we did play them at Old Trafford. But we are coming to the end of the episode here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched all the way through, I really do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like on this video to support my channel. And we're going to have that big $60 million striker coming in the next episode. So, guys, thank you very much. Goodbye.